Hello, with the Shore FM. I'm Manchester Community Guardian, Quidam. I've been on the show. I've communicated the show a couple of times. The last time was approximately the 13th of December, when I announced we would be raising money for Christie's charities. Sadly, I don't think that communication got out about it from Windsor FM because we've had no donations. So we'll be trying again. But tonight is New Year's Eve, and for many, it's not a happy day. There are many sad people out there, like myself, alone on New Year's Eve, that tend to go to bed early and not celebrate the New Year. For mine is a sad case. I lost my son. He committed suicide in 2016. His name was Adam. To celebrate his life, I created a proto page website called Manchester Music. Well, he had a record label called Flip Recipe. Tony Bramwell, manager of the Beatles, was Adam's cousin. And when Adam asked Tony could he help him in promoting Flip Recipe, Tony's reply was, he's out of the business, he's not been in the business for a while, and he has no idea what's happening in the music industry. We knew that Adam was poorly, he was losing weight, and we went to the hospital to ask them to go out to see him. And they came and had a chat with him. They said he was doing everything right, he was okay, he just had a bit of anxiety, he was seeking professional help, and he'd recognised that he was losing weight, and he was talking to people. So I said to Adam, the thing you've got wrong with you, Adam, is you've got a nice little easy job that you like. You don't test yourself, you don't push yourself, you like your golf. You don't particularly like the academic side of it because you get me to do it for you. And you haven't got any projects. You need to become a project manager. You need to get things on your mind. You need to fill your head full of good thoughts so that the bad thoughts won't come in. I said, I'm going to Tesco to get you some project management tools and we'll come back and we'll have a chat. So, off I toodled, went to Tesco, bought books and pens and highlighters and templates, came back, said, right, here's your first project. Book a holiday, let's go to Greece, let's go and play some tennis. No golf, we have too many golf projects. I have too many golf projects, which aren't going anywhere. Because I can't get the support from Winnington Golf Club. But we're trying. We're getting there slowly. Rich is on board now doing writing some programmes for us. So we'll get there eventually. So let's look at your golf channel when we get back off holiday. And we'll go and play tennis. And I said, if you do anything silly in the meantime, I'll be following you. I'll commit suicide as well. Sadly, the following day, Adam jumped off a bridge and we lost a wonderful man. And this is my appeal to you. Fill your heads full of good thoughts. Think of your families. There's men out there now, 3 walking men, that are raising £1 million for charity by walking across the UK. There's a chap called Gary McKee who's running 365 marathons. My daughter Emma for Manchester Mind ran 30 races, 30 for 30 she called it, and she finished it with the New York Marathon. So if you're feeling sad, you're feeling low, you're feeling not loved, my suggestion to you is you become a community guardian and you start looking for people who want help and you use what skills you've got to help those. And to set up a proto page and think of projects you can drive out. Think of a little business for yourself. Think of something to do. Think of information that you can give to your friends. Think of knowledge you can share with your friends. And set up groups and set up contact lists where you can share funds, fun stuff. I think I've created one called Flip Flop. Stuff which flips, Flip Recipe, and stuff with the flops which don't take off. Now, I've had no success in promoting Proto Page. As try as I have for 16 years now, since 2006, I've tried to get Withington Golf Club to do the directors table, 5-year plans, communications on society dues, and run golf societies for competitions for charity for the Christie's cancer research. Well, I've got cancer. As well as I look now, with my red face and my long hair, I've had cancer. Unfortunately, touch wood, I have scans, and the NHS look after me very, very well. So my thought for you this Christmas is I'm not going to stay in now and drink the alcohol that I bought to celebrate with myself through the new year, watching TV and watching Flit Recipe listen to Flit Recipe. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out into the community. I'm going to go to my local pub. It's now 9:30. I'll have 5 pints of beer, and I'll welcome the new year in with my friends at my local pub. I might make a new friend. I might find a contact. I might find somebody who's had. I might find somebody who's thinking of committing suicide. Now, my message to you now is if you are feeling that way, phone Papyrus. It's a helpline. The 3 walking men are walking and they are associated with Papyrus. And I have contacted Papyrus tonight, and this is the last day of my Nimrod year 22, that I will be associated as a volunteer, as a community guardian, to help Papyrus out. And we'll run a golf competition in every golf club in the UK. An open competition culminating in a grand final at Hazel Grove Golf Club on the 11th of November. The first competition is already booked for the 7th of July. Is the day, the 7th of July, that I wrote to Queen Elizabeth to tell her her infonet was ready. And William and Kate, for William for his work with Mind to help people. Now I have a website called Pepe Suicide. Pepe went viral. It's a frog. So I decided and hope that Pepe Suicide will go viral. And I will look at psychology and look at the professionals within the NHS to help me, how we can get some idea to what's going on in people's minds to make them do such a terrible, terrible thing that takes the love away from families and destroys families. People distraught, unable to rest, unable to sleep because they're thinking constantly about what they could have done to save their daughters' and sons' lives. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's with me every night, 6 years now. I sleep in his bedroom. I'm here in his bedroom now. There's his bed behind me. I sleep in that. I don't sleep in my own big bed. I sleep in Adam's room. With all his clothing's here. He's here with me now. He's my product owner. I ask him questions, and he wakes me up in the middle of the night and gives me answers. I dream about my future. I dream about where we're taking Red Octopus, my company, and which is now known as Infinity. And we'll be doing work on databases in 2023, which I hope to raise money for. That people will put some money in so we can have proper databases built by my good friend and oracle, Richard. And this is my appeal to you now. Richard has created a new internet search engine called Voice 404. I believe how he's done it, he will raise funds through that, through search engines. It does the same as Google. Might be better than Google. I've not done a full analysis. But you can create your own proto pages and register them through Voice 404. Now, it's a work in progress. I'm afraid that if you do that, there's a good likelihood that it will be cleared down because it's not finished. And it must be a very difficult task because you've been at it a year now and we don't seem to see the end of it. So it may be that we stop the proto search function for a while and get some list functions built into the application so you can list the first 100 pages. And we might turn it into subscriber base because it's my belief that proto page has very great values. for organisations. Organisations who've got people working from home who want to integrate with people in the offices, people who want to do procedure manuals, people who want to organise events, social events. It can be linked to Google Forms, and you can quite easily, in 10, 15 minutes, create a Google form for a feeder lead, a feeder lead interest event for somebody who wants to run a golf day. And that's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing feeder lead for people who want to do golf days, and I'll be pushing it out to 1,000 golf clubs in the UK. Now, I'm going to be relaxed about doing this. I'm going to do 3 websites a night. It's called Magna Carta. The project is protopage.com/Magna Carta. And I'll do 3 websites per night across the UK. I've got them split by country, by county, by hub, and then division within county, north, south, east and west. I might drop that. It might be too difficult for me because I'm not great on geography when looking at the R&A website for golf clubs. I might just do it in Cheshire, but it's a big job. It's not a small job, because the way it needs to be done is I'll have to look at MailChimp and look at purchasing MailChimp. I don't know the cost of it. And then I'll have to go to each website and get the email address of the golf club and put it in MailChimp. Now, I've done it already, called High Five Local, which is a High Five Local business directory which we did for golf clubs in Manchester. And I did a door drop, a mail list, and out of the 100 or so people that I contacted, I got 3 replies. I tried it a second time, and Microsoft blocked the transmission in belief it's spam. So I won't be able to use my local reporter and High Five Local. But we'll work on it, and I'll look at MailChimp and see how much effort I need to put in there. It's now 21:37. It's nearly the new year. People are starving. So I'm getting involved with International Rescue and Oxfam. I'm already involved with Christie's and the Wildlife Trust and Water Aid and Manchester United Foundation. It's my desire to do a college for Manchester United footballers who don't make the grade, because I had a friend many years ago who was a young man who played for Manchester United, and he didn't make the grade. He had a nervous breakdown. He didn't make the grade. But he was a brilliant amateur footballer, and he spent his life in amateur football, training and coaching people. His name was Jimmy Hughes. Should have been an England player. Didn't make the grade. So I'm going to do training for footballers. I'm going to call it World Cup. Get people like Sam Allardyce and Robbie Fowler involved, who were I've seen recently on a video with Andy, the mayor of Manchester. I forget his name now. It's just left me. Shit. Must go. This video is going to stop now. It has a habit of freezing.